Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Victoria 3. We're playing as Mexico. We're going for many-faced Mexico. We are trying to become powerful so we can eat a bunch of United States, English, and even Russian land and fulfill our achievement that way. Last episode, we tried a diplomatic play at grabbing Honduras, not paying attention to the fact that the US of A were protective towards Honduras and therefore felt the need to intervene in that war. And we had to back down, which is why we're paying a sizable set of war operations to Honduras. But really, they had no pain from it. And also our US relations went from quite good to poor with that. So mistakes were made. But we're trying to bounce back. Surely things will be fine. We found out about multiculturalism, and we should be losing a bunch of radicals that we had from discrimination. And we do. We're also trying to get wealth voting going for a political movement, and because it's fine, I guess. Before we had landed voting, which does not seem better. So I'm kind of okay with that. Trying to be alive against the US of A now, of course, because they now hate us again. And maybe we're going to find a way to mend the relationship in the future. Our engine production is being bought off by the Americans, which, I mean, I like that they help keep our motor industries afloat. That's fine, but eventually we're gonna need a bunch of motors because we've been trying to have a decent amount of railway going, and that requires engines. Also, we did a little bit of a boost or a investment, a building spurt, whatever you want to call it, in rural development, because we just have too little raw resources, especially in the food, especially where food is concerned. I kind of want another livestock ranch, but we are running slowly out of people to run our business. Extra steel, huh? That is somewhat surprising to me. I guess we're gonna need more railway then. How are our urban buildings doing? Most are fine. Steel mills are not fine because they are, well, apparently not needed enough. And our railway is doing quite okay because transportation is being used as a substitute for services, and we had a lot of need for services. So what we really want to do, I think, is have services to free up the railway. Now, did we have a thing where we needed a bunch of railway? Oh, this here, but we need tons of rail transportation active. I see. And then this needs a level 3 motor industry, which is not what we're quite at yet. How are we doing science-wise now? 60. Wow, building universities is not... doesn't get you there much faster. It's impressively bad. Services. We could get services from a setting, right? I keep looking at that and I'm not doing it. No, this just saves on labor. We have market squares and gas street lights. So actually, if we want to get some more services here, we'd need steel frame buildings as a technology. And then steel. We could be looking into more government administration, though. How are we doing on paper? We have tons of extra paper. Good. That should mean 60 extra paper. Should mean that we can do something to our government admin. Well, definitely things we can do. Can set any of these that are on standardized filing right now to even better. Or we can take ones that are still on simple organization and upgrade them. You go to standardized filing. So you go to standardized filing. And then bam. Ooh, wealth voting too. Now I don't know what that's going to do to our political system. We'll see. Hopefully we're still legitimate. Oh, we're so legitimate. We're righteous. It's just... How could the right choice not be to just have the intelligentsia in charge? I mean... Clearly, that's the only way. Every other way is worse. But we should definitely consider something where we bring in another party so we can pass another law. Potentially, possibly. How can we not pass public schools yet? Because we... The intelligentsia don't care. No, they do care. What am I missing here? Oh, we have state religion. Right. We need to get out of state religion. Which I want to do anyway. Maybe we can go to freedom of conscience without radicalizing anybody? Yes. Let's do that. And then open up some other laws, hopefully. Also just be better. I like being good. Is that... I mean... I don't even know the word I'm looking for. I'm gonna build another sort of railway down here. Oh, these guys are trying to be very, very radical. Don't like it. Oh, no, they're gone. Oh, no, there's revolution brewing? Political movement to restore cultural exclusion has disbanded. Good. Is there actually revolution brewing? No. Okay. Don't scare me like that, game. Died to revolution before. Would not like to die to revolution again. Baking powder. We have a bunch of sugar, and I believe that requires sugar, doesn't it? It uses 40 more grain, 15 more sugar to make more groceries. I think I want to do that. The sugar is currently being bought through trade routes. But that's not our problem. Okay, law enforcement is up. Now, we're not super swimming in stuff anymore, so maybe I'm not going to go ahead and upgrade another institution just yet. Can't even. Oh, money. Now, coal is deeply down in debt again. As it should be. So let's go ahead and... Now there's a button. Maybe some of you told me that in the comments already. There's an auto-expand button. We could be using that. And then whenever a building is at a place where it has full cash reserves and employment, it would just upgrade. Queue and upgrade. But I love that. Holy fudge. Well, these numbers seem off to me. Surely we don't need an extra 33,000 laborers for an upgrade. If there's 43,000 people working here total. There are currently... Oh, what an annoying view. Wait, can I see that better here? Yes, I can. We currently have 30,000 laborers. It goes up to 33,000 laborers, one would assume. So I believe we do have the workforce in Oaxaca to have one more round of coal mine. And then maybe we're gonna go ahead and give it like railway or something to free up some labor. Once we have all the required stuff, transportation and stuff. That's not enough to even use up all our production. What else then? And yes, there's still an argument for more rural stuff. I just don't like it. There are just so many arguments for so many things. And I find it hard to argue for building more industry when we don't have the raw resources. Right? We do have the raw resources for more clothing, though. Partially because of the idiotic imports. I think we're going to go ahead and have another textile mill. Mexico just gets all the textile mills. We're just the clothing capital of the world. And we need even more stuff. Guatemala is running out of people. So if we want to do more resource heavy or resource extraction, we might do it in Jalisco. Where I think we built railway, right? Yeah. So we have room for a bunch. Let's just throw down a bunch of logging camps. I know, I argued against doing that. I still don't know that it's great. But I also don't like being super reliant on imports. And look at these things being used. Now, I assume there's still some routes that we don't really care for much, like this 1K cloth import from the Americans. We do want the wood imports. We do want the grain imports. Liquor import. Sugar export, for example. It's not great for us. Dye export is also not great for us. But we could just use the resource, and I think the export routes would go down. So I'm not too worried about it. Importing 15 fertilizer. Seems weird. How are we doing on fertilizer? Still feels to me like this could be more easier to see. Not doing great on fertilizer still. We may want to actually build some chemical plants. Because we're coming up on nitroglycerin. Not nitroglycerin, dynamite. And, oh, that went fast. Nice. That should have opened up a bunch of new laws. Or at least the school law. I don't know if it's anything else. It's new. I actually don't see anything else new. But we could go for public schools. Education access, assimilation, or private schools. Wealth education access, and more strength to the intelligentsia, which we kind of like. We'll radicalize the Catholic Church. It's only a -10. So if we let the negative modifier that they have right now drop off, surely there's yeah, the recent change, -10. Once that drops off, and the other recent change for -5, then they're going to be happy enough that we can do more laws that they don't like. Seems great. Actually making money even though we're at full production. Don't know if that is because we're building a railway. Are we using the investment pool? We are. Okay. That makes sense then. There's something to be said about trying to go to war again, but going for El Salvador instead this time. Because as we saw, they are not in the good graces of the US of A, right? Mexico, that's not what we want to know. How do I do this? Statenet this. Yeah, domineering. So I assume they're not going to use that to screw us over. Honduras, oh, that's the other direction, okay. I think we could take El Salvador without the US intervening. I'm just a bit burned from the last attempt and don't don't like the idea of going elsewhere. Economy of scale building cap is not something that we care about much, I don't think, yet. What I do care about is that we're not using as much steel as I would like. Oh, wait. We have extra iron, although we're fully building? When did that happen? I mean, I get extra steel. It must be that we're not using all the steel, and therefore... therefore we're not using up as much iron. Okay, urban center, if we have the steel things. Railway, I don't know how we can use steel there. Tooling workshops, motor industries. Now our tooling workshops are already using steel tools. The motor industries, and I don't think they're being fully, yeah, they're not really all that needed right now. So building more of that is not much of a point. Reinforced wooden ships. More clippers is actually kind of nice. Using engines is also nice. And hardwood might actually be okay. It claims to be losing us tons of money. I'm going to say that that's going to be okay. With absolutely nothing backing that up. Can't believe we still don't know what the philosophy department is. We're really behind in science. It feels like we're really behind. It might just be, again, that I'm running speed 4 rather than speed 5 this time. But I feel super behind. But we did get... Was it mechanized workshops we just did? Yeah. Why did we do this? We wanted... textile mills, furniture manufactories. Okay, we need to check those things out. But until then... paper bleaching for paper mills for much more paper. And the bestment process for more steel, not right now. Okay, textile mills, sewing machines. Apparently very costly. But I don't actually believe that. Well, I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't for the fact that we are actually not that... Well, we're kind of in debt for clothing still. But not 320. Could probably upgrade Veracruz without much of an issue. Yeah, let's do that. But for Mexico, we need a bit more... well, a bit more need. Furniture manufactories. Use more tools, more wood. And more labor. To make a bunch more furniture. And we could have precision tools if we had hardwood, which we don't. To make a bunch more luxury furniture. Kind of tempted to go with a mechanized workshop. Even though it doesn't currently seem as if it's making tons of money. Because I'm sure we lack wood. We do have bonus tools. Oh, we only need 49 chairs. So running this upgrade would way overdo it again. Okay. We should stop building textile mills and furniture manufactories so we can make use of technology eventually. Okay. So we did the thing for good reason, I would say. But in the end, it didn't actually do what we needed to do. Oh, we are not using it. That's what I should be saying. I find it slightly frustrating. Now, we could probably be using tools somewhere where we're now lacking people. Like Guatemala does not have the people to run everything. So, could I go and have the livestock ranch save on people? I can. Let's do that. Now we might see some unemployed people for a moment turning into peasants, then hopefully getting hired into buildings. Well, definitely once that railway comes up. We're rather going to have a problem of lacking even more people. So we just gave harvesting tools to you. I think we can give... No, we can't give you electric fences. We don't have electricity yet, so yeah, we're gonna run into a problem with having enough labor here. Can save a little bit by turning on rail transportation on the sugar plantation, but that's about it. Yikes. Didn't realize we were that badly off there, people-wise. When we had issues with full employment like days ago, what it feels like. Okay, railway is done, so I'm gonna swap this to rail transportation. Not so much because we have railway now, but because we need the people for that railway. Like that. Yeah, we need 5,000 people here, which we don't have. Wooden passenger carriages means using less people and generating more transportation. The cost of some infrastructure. That's probably good. Can we do something to the port? No. Okay, that's about what we can do right now for you. We could have secular administration, bureaucrats rather than clergymen. I think that mostly helps with political issues. Do we have other places without workforce? You're close, but not actually out. I think everybody else who matters is still okay. How about Texas? Texas is okay too. Oh, we did start building a coal mine in Texas. We might want to run an upgrade to that, assuming we're still lacking coal. Which, we're kind of not. Tobacco, That's another thing we could just throw down. Tobacco's easy. That's kind of good money. We were to go and just build a bunch of tobacco plantations. Ugh. I should definitely close this one up. To Tabaxi. Where are my Tabaxi plantations at? Well, we should also be looking at cotton. So many things. Can I not build tobacco? Or am I just utterly blind? Oh, we have some already, that's why it doesn't show up down here. Could actually have wheat farms. Tobacco. We actually have 7 tobacco plantations already. We could just... Barrio has a lot of everything. Just run at least 1 there. Let's run 2 there. I mostly want to take the strain of our other luxury goods. Don't even know that that's correct. But I decided to do it. And who am I to go back on my word? I like that the numbers here are going down, and the more declared interest is actually not negative. It's even positive. You want a National Guard. Census suffrage. I mean, low radicalism. And wait, annoy some people. So, not yet. But hey, interesting to see the trade unions on the board. Even though they have only 2.4% cloud. So they're really not on the board. Didn't realize they could start movements without even having, well, while being marginalized. I wonder what I would need to do. I mean, not that I want more trade unions, but what kind of pops go into trade unions? Surely it's workers in factories or something. Supported by laborers, machinists, clerks. Yeah, so kind of surprised we have so little. Okay, lots of stuff built. How are we looking on things? Anybody here doing badly? Steel still not being used up as much as we would like to. Motor's doing really well, which seems to say to me that we could use more engines. Yeah, they're not even being bought. Shipyard is using my engines. I mean, good. Is there an upgrade we can do to our shipyards that uses engines? I mean, clearly. That seems to be a thing. If we look at this port. No. Oh, shipyard, not the other thing. We only have the one shipyard. Somewhere there. You're using 10 engines right now with reinforced wooden ships. If you had steamships, that would be much different. Okay. Okay. Still, I can see upgrading our motor industries by one. We're gonna need more railway anyway. More people to Guatemala. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Let's see how many that actually is. And also build another thing. All the things. Kind of running low on lead again, but not super low, so I don't think that's worth working on yet. Could run another glass factory. Glass works. For both glass and porcelain. So how are people doing here? Large number of people came here, you said. Surely that means we're gonna have enough to employ in the sugar plantations, in the livestock ranches. Missing a few people there. The maize farms. And railway is mostly stocked, but yeah, even the large migration did not really do much to us here at all. We need way more people. And again, I don't know how much a large amount is, but it seems to still be generating people. And we should see them being gobbled up. Yeah, yoink. They get generated and then they get gobbled up by our industry. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We likes it. Radicals going down. Oh, whoops, not building stuff. We should always be building. I should just queue a bunch of things, but then I have to think even more about what I want. That's so difficult. Coal is down now, so if we were to go and upgrade the coal mines in Texas, where there are actually peasants left over, we do have spare peasants in Texas. And then I did want a chemical plant, I think I said. Let's go ahead and run a chemical plant. Arts Academy. Produces fine art. I don't know why one wants fine art. 32.99 art needs. Oh, and they're just worth a bunch of services for rich people. I see. Let's build a chemical plant somewhere where we have people, ideally not Mexico. Barrio? Sure. But how rich are our people? How many people do we have that are over 30? Was it 30? I think it was 30. Prosperous. Average standard of living is 27. Below the minimum standard of living, really? I'm gonna Probably have to have a look at that at some point too. But it's not what I'm looking for. Kind of want to know how many I have that are budget dividend taxes. Can I see that somehow? Don't know. It feels to me that if we have an average of 27.7 and a bunch of them are living below the expected standard of living, then we should be fine having some arts. I'm just going to build an arts academy and we'll see if that saves us a lot of stuff. Now it doesn't do tons except for give urbanization, which I guess is nice. But I mean, fine art 2 per level is okay and all. But if it only counts as 6.6 units of services, it's not. It's not gonna help our service needs much to have this fine art. Still, there must be a reason for this to exist. And I think you do go down into Mexico. Afro-American people coming into Veracruz. Good, good, good. Everybody is welcome here. We're happy to have you all here. Something else just happened and I didn't see it. We got the sound. What's all this then? You want to be in our customs union? No, you want us to be in your customs union again. I really don't want that. Friendly relations at 80. Nice. America's back to neutral. Still negative though. So much work to make up for what we did in that war. Oh, this is so much money. Honduras is just gonna swim in money. I don't know what they're gonna do with all the money. The Ripper. We do need to bring that killer to justice. I don't know if there's anything I can do here. Or just click things. I know it's a chain of events, I've had that before. I just don't know if there's anything I can do against it. Or we're just gonna have to accept the fact that the Ripper's going around for a while. Anything jumping out at me for upgrading? Why are these maze farms and different things? Oh, because we only did the tool upgrade in one place where we needed the laborers. Yeah. Okay, you're all doing fine except for the steel mill. Really, old chemical plant is... No, it's not quite done. But we get the steel mill to be good again. It would be nice to have a law that allows us to subsidize industry. Which actually subsidies mandated. Honestly, I could see going down a law here. Interventionism. Because I like subsidizing industry, kinda. Yeah, I don't know why I would want agrarianism unless I expect to have more aristocrats than capitalist money in the country. And can we find out? Not really, right? No, we can. Our capitalists are wealthy people. 36,000 people at 47 standard of living. While we have a lot more aristocrats and a lot lower standard of living. Don't know. But I would like to be able to subsidize building just so they don't go up and down. and keep hiring and firing people. So that makes people unhappy. Turns out. Okay, more motor industry should be coming in, which might lead to a bit of a decline in the motor industry, the value of motor industry here, because we might not have need for all those engines yet. But currently we have, yeah, but if they're on full production, we're gonna have extra engines. Oh, speaking of extra engines, we have extra construction space. Are we still having issues somewhere? We don't have market access issues anymore. But how are we doing with... Oh, we definitely need to put a cut in here, but let's quickly finish that thought before I forget about it. We have infrastructure left over in Mexico and in Oaxaca. And we have enough in Guatemala and Jalisco. Kind of getting closer to the cap in here, but we don't really need more railway right now. At least not for the sake of, you know, for the sake of infrastructure. Which does mean we could have everybody run wooden passenger carriages for more transportation. It's gonna fire a few people, but I mean, such the way of progress. But that means I kind of want another place to spend my engines. And I forget where that could be. Engines. Oh, everywhere apparently if you have the technology. Now, do we have the technology? I don't know. That's not what I'm looking for. Coal mines. Rail transportation. Oh, it's all these things, right? Steam donkeys and stuff. Technology which we don't have yet. But if we had that, then we could use a bunch of engines everywhere to make things stronger. But for now, I don't actually see a big use for engines at all. So once again, maybe upgrading the engines thing was a bit early. I wonder, more university? Yeah, I think we're still hampered by a lack of science. Yes, a lack of other things too. It's true. But science will make everything better. So why don't we go ahead and upgrade the University in Jalisco even more. And what can we do here? Secular administration. I love the idea of employing bureaucrats rather than clergymen. I don't know that we need that right now. Goods with considerable import demand. These clippers. Do we have extra clippers now? Yeah, we do. Because we upgraded the technology, right? We're using wooden frame ships or something. So let's stop importing these clippers. And this is a lie. So we don't worry about that. Because we're not building enough still. I think it's just more resources. Just even more focus on resource industry. And it's still pretty much all of them. Might actually gonna go grain again. Now it's a maize farm. It's like a... Is there any reason to do wheat instead? 30 grain per level on a... These seem the same. I'm going to assume that they're all the same. They just... That's different different areas where you can build them. No, there's some room in Texas, but I'd rather be in a place with a lot of room. Like Bajío. Build 2 more of these. Honestly, build 4 more of them. Because we're building that fertilizer plant, and we're going to have a lot of fertilizer. So we're going to want to be able to use it. For now, though, let's put a cut in here. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, then please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say, please do so down there in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.